Hey everybody, it's Coach Karen here with my summer reading list. This summer, I've actually been enjoying many new books on planes, particularly biography, especially the biography. Really, it's not actually a biography, it's a tell-all takedown called The Man Who Broke Capitalism by David Geddes about Jack Welch. Truly, truly enjoyed that. But I've also had, as I have had so much time on airplanes, traveling to keynotes all over the country, uh, I've had time to re-listen to and to reread some of the classics that absolutely changed my life. So I want to include five for you that I profoundly love and really hope that you enjoy. And if you have time in your summer reading, as we still have a month and a half to go, that you enjoy these books. The first is the controversially titled Why Your Life Sucks and What You Can Do About It by Alan Cohen. Please ignore the title. The most likely thing that people say to me is, my life doesn't suck. That's not the point. The point is, in many ways, you are subtly hindering yourself and blowing things up and self sabotaging. And this is a book that tells it straight, is quite humorous, and really helps you to get out of your own way. It's a wonderful book, wonderfully written. It's one of those books where I read it the first time and said, gosh, I wish I had written this book. Really, really wonderful. The second is The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. It's a very old timey book. It's about 100 years old now. It's teeny tiny. As you can see, my copy is almost entirely dog eared. And this is, I think, the enlightened way to become wealthy and to bless others with wealth and with wealth consciousness. Though it may be controversial if you really are feeling very scarce around money and money's been a problem for you for a very long time. If you have been in the consciousness world or in the spiritual world for quite some time, you can read it in quite an enlightened way. As the first argument that this book makes is, if you really want to play earnestly with money and to be comfortable, you must move yourself out of the competitive energy, the taking energy, the hustling energy, and into the creative energy, the production energy, the energy of upliftment and creation. It's a wonderful book, definitely worth your while. I hope you don't read it in one sitting. I did the first time, but now I really took the time to sit with each chapter and absorb series by series, expansion through expansion. The third book is, and this one isn't controversial at all, almost everybody's favorite, is The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. These are so simple. I recently wrote a post on my LinkedIn and my Instagram about the four agreements that I highly recommend you check out, where I summarize his four agreements. They are simple, they are succinct, they are also very precise, as in he explains exactly what he means by each one of them so they are not misinterpreted or used for manipulation or for different purposes than what you really want, which is exaltation and happiness. This is a manual for spiritually aligned life. I could not recommend it more. It's a wonderful book to keep beside the bed. This is the little yellow book that started it all for me. You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. The first self-help book I really read was The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey, which I have spoken about at great length in these videos about books. But You're a Badass by Jen Sincero was the first one that kind of, first of all, was such a different and refreshing voice. She's hilarious. If you are immune to foul language, she's particularly poignant and was very, very straight talky. And I didn't feel like she was talking down to me. I think some people don't really like casual language, but I do. And if you're interested in colloquialism, casual language, and somebody who just is kind of a straight talker, this book is very, very useful and really robust. It's a great gateway drug into the world of self-help and personal development, and it always holds up. It's just fun to read. Finally, my personal favorite is Everything is Fucked by Mark Manson. Mark Manson is the best-selling author of 2 books, this and The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. He's kind of a big blogger, and this book has ticked all the boxes for me. The first half of it is about, I think, essentially life's meaninglessness. He delves into several very heavy thinking philosophers like Immanuel Kant and the work of Friedrich Nietzsche. Do not be deterred by this. And if you have an intellectual bent or a theoretical bent, you love to read, you enjoy philosophy, you will absolutely adore his ruminations. But also, it's not really about nihilism. It doesn't really drag you into nihilism. The case that life is ultimately meaningless can also sweep you into reverence. What an incredible opportunity we get to still live here, to still be here now. And that is the second half of the book. Because as you can see, it's Everything is Fucked, a book about hope. I think this is a truly essential guide for life and a really wonderful guide with which to think the big thoughts, the big questions that have to be thought in order to have an examined life. I think it was Emerson who said that the unexamined life is not worth living. I may be misquoting, but that's what I truly believe. I'm going through the midlife crisis. Well, I'm really past the midlife crisis now because I experienced it in my mid 30s, but I'm revisiting it as I'm writing a book about the midlife crisis these days. And I've been thinking a lot about those questions that sort of catapulted me into asking more of my life, into asking, who am I? Who am I without this identity? Who am I with this identity? Which identity serves me best? How identified am I with my body? What is to become of me in the rest of my years? These are profound and important questions that allow us to seize real joy in our lives. And it's my hope that those books, if that is your choice, serve you this summer to take you through some big questions and to also inspire and delight you. Thank you so much for watching this video. If it served you, please give us a like. And I also absolutely hope to see you in coaching anytime soon. All of the consultation details are going to be below this video and on my website, www.kereneldad.com. See you next time.